Hello folks, this is Mike, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to use this shelf pin jig to drill what else? Shelf pin holes. Notice how evenly spaced these are and how even the shelves are. With my method you'll get spectacular results. To drill the pinholes, I'm using a Jig-It brand unit from the Rockler store. A number of different manufacturers have their own version of these jigs. Now the holes are evenly spaced going up the column here at 1 1/4 inches apart. Now the spacings here from the edge are 1/2 inch and then again 1 1/2 inch. Okay. Now it has this wooden guide. You'll notice it's screwed on here. There's another series of 3 holes on this side. This guide can move from this side to this side. When you do that, the holes will then be 1 1/2 inch and 2 1/2 inches from the edge. So this is adjustable. Now you'll notice down here there's some small holes. Okay, these are on both ends, and these are indexing holes. There's 5 millimeter, and there's also 1/4 inch. It's the same on both sides, and I'll show you how that works later in the video. Also, this end of the jig is a mirror image of this end. So if you're drilling holes, say you line up on the bottom here, you drill a series of holes here, you can simply flick the jig around to the other side, drill your holes, and they will be a mirror image of each other. The jig is dependent on the use of a special self-centering spring-loaded bit. The bits come in either 5 millimeter or 1/4 inch sizes. I noticed that the little flange on the bottom of the bit will securely lock into the hole in the jig. Now unfortunately this particular jig is no longer available at Rockler online. So what do? Well, as I mentioned, there are other people that make the exact same jig. So I'll put a paid link in the video description for one of those. That'll give you something to look at and maybe search from. You'll be amazed at how many different styles and designs of these shelf pin jigs there are. Now, it's more accurate and actually easier to lay your cabinet on the side to make the shelf pin holes, because you need to drill a perpendicular hole, and it's just easier to do it with the cabinet in that position. Now, my problem is even if I lay these down, with this setup, there's no way I could get in this cabinet to make a perpendicular hole. So off camera, I'm going to disassemble these cabinets. And anyway, I think I get better accuracy with them disassembled. Now before I disassemble though, I want to make a mark where I want my first shelf. I want my first shelf 6 inches above the bottom piece. And this is the only side we need to mark right now. When we get into the video, I'll show you a precision way to set up the other 3 sides. Now, here's my mark, as we talked about. Now, for this to work, it's really important that your cabinet be square for the shelf pin alignment to work out. And I'm going to double check that here just to make sure. Yeah, okay. Now we can start. I'm going to extend this line just a little bit so that it'll make sure that it goes through the hole. You want to do this real light. That way you can take it off with a little denatured alcohol with no problem. Okay, now I'm going to line this up with the middle of the hole. Okay. Now I'm going to take my combo square and lock in the measurement from the bottom of the jig to the bottom of the cabinet. We'll use this on all 4 bottom corners of the cabinet and we'll keep it locked in. Now, I drew a line here, but actually all we have to do is line this up like this, and when we turn this around, butt it up against there. For this project, I'll be using the first row of holes, and this will be a 1/2 inch setting from the edge. Going real gently at first to eliminate any burring on the side of the hole. That'll cut down on it. And the bobbing motion helps clean the chips out of the bit. So now we'll continue drilling till we get to the end of the jig. Now there can be a potential problem if you decide to use the jig's first row of holes like I did here. If you're using this 1/2 inch spacing, be aware that your joinery method may compromise the hole. Look what happens when I use these biscuits. You see that covers most of the hole. So just be aware of that when you're planning your cabinet. Now before I move the jig, I want my top hole to be 9 inches from the top of the board. Okay, so let me mark that. Here, I'm going to remove this clamp. There it is. It's going to be a light mark. Now we're going to move the jig up so that the last hole here, the top hole, is on top of my line. Okay. Now I've got a indexing pin. Some of these jigs come with a metal pin or a plastic pin. If I had one, I've lost it. So I'm just going to use a 1/4 inch dowel pin. But you can see this doesn't match up. I'm going to move this up to 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch here. Insert it. Now it's locked into place. Now we can simply repeat the process. Now folks, if you're enjoying this video, please go below and consider clicking that like button. And you know what? You might as well also click that subscribe button while you're down there. Okay, there we go. There's our row of shelf pins. Now on the side of the board we just did, these holes are centered a 1/2 inch from the edge. But watch what happens now. On the back side, I've routed out a 1/4 inch dado here around or rabbet rather, around the back. That's because I'm going to put a 1/4 inch panel inset into the back of the cabinet. So if we use the first row of holes here, you can see they're right on the edge. So that's not going to work. So I've cut a spacer. This is 5/8 of an inch deep. And I'm going to put it this way. And now these will be 1/2 inch from the edge. And I'm going to use the combo square that I set to the bottom of the jig on the other side. This is a good double check. And look at there, right in the middle of the hole. Now let me clamp this in place. Now the jig, top and bottom, is uniform. So when you turn this around and put it on the other side, your holes will actually have a mirror image of each other. So they're going to be absolutely accurate. Now the pin's going to go in the 5th hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set the pin in there. Okay. Now, sort of. There's our row of holes. So now we need to do the exact same thing to the other side. Just use the combo square to set the bottom of the jig on each side, just like we did for the first board. Clamp the jig in place and drill your holes. When you're done, flip it around to the other side, set it with the square from the bottom, and drill your holes, and that's all there is to it. So when I had both sides drilled, I reassembled the cabinet. Now let's try it. Yeah, perfect. Front and back. So now they're reassembled, and you can see what it looks like with and without the face frame. Now more importantly, you can see how level the shelves are in both cabinets. So this turned out pretty close to perfect. Okay, but this is a success, folks, that you can easily duplicate at home just by having the right equipment, by having a good shelf pin jig, and you know what, following the procedure, laying out carefully, and sweating the details. Now folks, be sure to send me your comments, your questions, suggestions, whatever. It may take a while, but I will get back with you. Also, God bless you and your family, and until next time, thanks for watching.